Alright, welcome to a very late stream today. For some it might not be, but for me it definitely is. Imagine getting up at 2 AM just to stream World of Tanks Blitz. Oh, I just had a bowl of cornflakes and a coffee, so I guess I should be fine. Definitely excited for those games here. We are seeing some really great teams for the start. JKR currently placed second, and PURPL, which is also really good team, really strong team at the moment. And yeah, JKR definitely the favorite, but there's still a good chance that PURPL definitely can get some sweaty games against JKR here. So we still have like 10 minutes until the games are starting. So yeah, we are early. We can just relax a little bit. And yeah, this is a best of 9 on this first game here of the final stage, or like the professional tournament. It's not the final stage, it's the group stage, but it is the finals basically of the whole tournament, the professional tournament that the teams were all waiting for. In the past weeks they had this very time intensive qualification stage, and now it's time for the pro tourney. It will be interesting to see whether teams are actually prepared, and they should be right now. They should definitely be prepared right now, and I am pretty sure that all of them trained hard to be here. And yeah, NA meta, I'm not too familiar with all the teams yet. I do know a couple of teams, but the NA meta, as far as I've seen on many of these streams, is way heavier than the EU meta, although even on EU we are seeing lots and lots of heavies at the moment, and especially autoloaders, which won't change anytime soon, I guess. With the nerf of the E5, ICE4 and mouse, we will probably still have a lot of autoloaders in the game, as they will, in comparison, even get stronger. But also the mediums maybe get some more relevance again, but the autoloaders, especially as we currently have, will still play a main role in this game for just clever baits and push strats. On NA I have seen more IS4 so far, not that many autoloaders, so it will be interesting to see how NA also adjusts to that. Welcome first of all to everyone who is already on the stream. 3 minutes of delay today because of the tournament, so yeah, if you have anything important that you want to tell me, then I will probably not be able to read that quickly. Okay, some of my usual viewers already here already. Welcome. Unimportant, Yamato, Deal for Real, Florian, Addictivo, and Luis. Nice to see you back again. Yeah, unusually late stream here. 2:50 AM. Oh, damn it. What did I sign up there? What did I sign up for there? But alright, I'm fine. I slept a few hours to be fit now. Well, that's usually, it's on other days it's the time where I would go to bed. Today I'm getting up at 3 AM or 2 AM. Alright. So we should actually soon also get an invite here. In about a minute. And yeah, we will also have a Battlepass giveaway today again. How am I going to do it? I will just let you guess the winner of the second game throughout the first match. And then the winners will be chosen to win for the selection of some of a battle pass, or the ones that chose correctly, have the correct answer. They will have a chance to get the battle pass. Best of 9, yeah, best of 9. That will be tough for those teams. And we already have the invite for the room, but still 5 minutes to go, so we still have some time here. Time for my coffee. Okay, anything else that I need to set up, maybe? The score would be nice. Oh, okay, that was the wrong thing. Okay, score is set up. Starting with a 0-0 game, and yeah, first map will be on Rockfield. Okay. Yeah, I also made some quick changes still to the appearance of the stream, so you will be able to see the mini-map a little bit bigger this time. I guess that will be very helpful. Okay. Well, yeah, Battle Pass giveaway again. If you want to participate, then please just put your in-game name with your server and your guess for the winner of the second match into the chat. You can, let's say, start as soon as the battle starts. Well, you can also start right now, and it will end whenever the first game ends. Then it will be the last chance to enter the giveaway. And yeah, I will then randomly pick a winner to win 5 battle passes. I will randomly pick 5 winners there. And hopefully you are one of those few lucky winners there. And yeah, so chances are probably quite good, as at the moment there shouldn't be too many viewers still, so you still have a really good chance. 5 battle passes for grabs. Okay, let's maybe have a closer look at the lineups, which are already ready. Rockfield, a map that is often played rather passively. Like, yeah, it is quite separated, so it's not that easy to get it from one side to the other. And also you do have good shots like all over the map from those very strong TD positions, where we probably rather see some clipping heavy instead of some actual TD, just because of the versatility of these heavies in the later stages of the game. We do have a T57 on the side of PURPL, which is surprising me a little bit. On EU, I don't think you would ever see a T57. Actually, it's 2 T57s. What is PURPL going to do with them? They are on the south spawn. Okay, that maybe T57 could be used for just camping behind, waiting for the enemy to move into C, and then just quickly dropping out and punishing the cap. Maybe something like that, something like a bait. M60 would work fine for that, but keep in mind that the T57 does have the same clip reload, yet does have 3 shots instead of only 2. So, yeah, T57 definitely also a valid pick here. But let's have a general look at the lineups here. Joker so far with double M60, double T125, double Kranwagen and an IS-4. lots of heavies here. No one even, no one on the Joker team even thinking about going for spots. But yeah, of course that might be a little bit of a problem if you would go too aggressive. But I guess that's not what Joker is going to do. On the other side, we have Purple with a batshit, double Kran, double T57. And the game is starting. So, your winner, your guess for the winner of the second game, please put it into the chat. And yeah, for your chance to win one of 5 battle passes. Purple here, as I said, 1 batshit for quick spots. An IS-4, double Kran, T110E5, T57. Interesting choice there. What are those T57s going to do? That's what I am thinking about here. T57s, yeah, I was thinking about this. I was thinking about this going like for this side over there. Not actually picking the position that I was thinking about to just punish the C-cap. Here they might be a little bit in the open. The Purple actually quite aggressive, although they are quite separated. The batshit just going for a quick cap on B. With the mobility advantage, Purple definitely can go a bit more aggressive there with a batshit. Yet has to be super careful to not get caught in the open. Joker picking the YOLO push for one side with almost all the tanks. Only the T110E5 in the back to spot up tanks. He will be safe for now, and he can be secured by all of these tanks here with a lot of crossfire. The batshit's mobility really paying off at this point already by... Oh, I'm stuck. By going for double caps already. Purple at a comfortable cap point advantage here. Having lots of tanks in the back here. 4 tanks, 5 tanks actually camping in the back here. Okay, they are moving out of this position. Maybe would not be the best here to hold up the enemies if they would push from 2 different sides. And Purple actually about to make a move. They have collected the information on the Joker players pushing back to their spawn. Exodius maybe a little bit too aggressive here. Getting punished heavily, getting punished hard, and... Whoa... Exodius, what did he do here? What did he do? He was just too aggressive with all his teammates still on the rotation, still not there yet. But Purple might have a good chance to turn this back because they are now behind the team. Oh, that was the T57 there that just got deleted. 1 gun out on the side of Joker, but 2 guns out on the side of Purple already. Hit points significantly on the side of Joker. This IS-4 Exodius really misplaying, getting too aggressive. Although the idea was just fine, but it's not over yet. There's still 2 caps on the side of Purple here. But it's not looking like they would be able to hold up for much longer than this. And losing the next target, the next tank over here. Batshit still on the field. Radium getting focused. And the Batshit trying to run around. But yeah, the Batshit won't have the DPM nor the armor to just... nor the hit points to play around here. So Radium... last one here to make a difference. Maybe if he would maybe kill Rabbit still, that would help definitely. And he does. He does. What about the batshit? He also got killed already. Okay. And the time to enter the giveaway ends here. Wow, okay. This move here by this Ice 4, I could understand what he was trying to do there. But the push just came like a little bit too early. If he decided to just, wait a little bit and then push forward and having his teammates flank around, then would have really helped him. Okay, let's ready up for the next game already. I can still adjust the score now. We do have Joker on the left side, so it is 1-0 points on the side of purple. Okay, well, purple had a good start here, taking those double caps, yet their counter push was a huge problem there. They had a good chance, they had a good approach of just finding some kind of isolated targets there, because Joker had 3 heavies in their spawn, which were out of the fight, and purple could just push in with 5-6 tanks, and yeah, then the Batchet obviously doesn't really have the hit points to go for an aggressive push. But also the Batchet can be helpful in a push. Next game starting already though. Okay, let's go. We do have purple picking a Vickers this time instead of the Batchet, a little bit more reliable, a little bit better for spots. But still, they are starting with a hit point disadvantage, and they will really have to make use of their mobility if they want to make this weaker setup work. Purple having a quadruple Kranwagen, actually double T125 and a Vickers. On the side of Jokers, going for one side again. Not the passive play that we see on EU mostly, to split up a little bit more here. Ice 4, triple Kran, double M6U and a T125. Again, lots and lots of clipping power here. First shots already falling, and purple already losing the first bit of hit points. Not for a huge advantage though. So purple has to ask themselves whether this was worth taking these shots just to get to this position. Is it really that strong? It does definitely have an advantage there, as it's really hard to push in there. But Joker is not hesitating to do just that, because some of purple's forces are separated. One Kran still in the back, one E5 on B, and a Vickers on the C side. But it's not, it is Unique getting focused here. No, Unique getting away. That's what she said. Getting focused, getting killed, and the next one to go down as well. Darktronics here covered quite well by these corpses of the dead tanks there. Will probably not be the one to get focused here, and focuses on Unique, if I'm not mistaken there. He is tracked, has another repair kit, but he does not have a lot of hit points to play around with anymore. Purple maybe going a bit too aggressive again for actually having the hit point disadvantage, and being able to rather go for the caps and go for passive game. Making use of their Vickers would have helped if they were not going that aggressive, losing hit points for no reason at the start here. Well, yeah, if purple just set up a little bit behind without taking any big risks there, that would have definitely helped them to have some better chance for winning this one. The Vickers still full life. was probably farming a lot of damage, but now no relevant damage, as he could only shoot occasionally over there, and yeah, towards a like one shot here, one shot there doesn't really help a lot, as it is not the best focused fire. Ah, there he goes. There's here. Okay. Well. Joker actually not having any avatars there. Nice. I thought it was a bug, maybe. Well, purple. Going for the Vickers means really having to make use of that mobility advantage and really having to use it in a clever way to not lose any further hit points. Sheridan, okay. Purple must not lose any hit points, must not put their team at too big risks here in order to make use of their hit point disadvantage and mobility advantage. So, we do have a result. We do have a result for the outcome of the second game. And yeah, we will see the winners soon. I do not have the chance to pick them yet because I have to focus on the game. I will pick the winners right after the game's finished. Still 20 seconds left. We now have a different map, which is Fort Despair. Going a bit aggressive on C works, going aggressive on B works, or even going aggressive into the corner of A works. But if a team is going for C, then it is always or mostly the case that they would have to secure the A decap, otherwise they risk getting at a huge cap disadvantage. Also, they could go with all their tanks towards B, which is sometimes done. They could go for A and taking B passively, or just securing B passively. But going for the A corner seems a little bit out of meta. That was done in the past quite a lot. Not so much anymore, but Purple is going into the corner with double Sheridans. Okay, I've never ever seen that before. Those tanks are not the best to go high down in this corner, yet they do have a thought behind this. And Joker here, as mentioned, going for the C and A decapping strat. The Kran, though, won't really have the view range to spot up A, but the Sheridans here losing some hit points already, going quite aggressive and losing hit points for no reason. Again, Purple has to be careful. They already have 3k hit point disadvantage. They do have B though. They went quite aggressive, secured their cap advantage, but 3k hit points disadvantage. That is huge. Just think about that number for a second. 3k, that is a whole mouse. Like if they were playing with one tank less. And they only lost a couple of hit points so far. Radium here a little bit in danger though. He is definitely a weak spot. Even if he does have some backup by Sheridan Kran there. Joker could afford to just push out here and get him. Radium would not really be able to run away if Joker managed to put in some good crossfire from over there. Maybe had some tanks on C to make sure that Radium would not be able to escape here. But the mouse is actually the one taking a beating here, while going backwards, not pushing forwards. Joker not decisive enough for their hit point lead. The IS4 also taking another beating there, losing another few hit points. Joker definitely has the option to be much more confident on their gameplay here with their huge hit point advantage. But they are going for a B push here. Whitetails already getting punished a little bit. Maybe pushed out just a little bit too early before his teammates on the flank arrive to the fight. But now the Crans are moving up and they will fight for the middle area, fight for the B cap. Sheridan actually gets focused hard. Sheridan a one-shot now. And Dagati, the one to get focused on the side of Joker, a little bit isolated on the flank here. He will go down in a second. Darktronics getting the kill. There we go. But the hit points, well, hit points closed. The hit point gap definitely closed here. Purple doing a really nice job with their trades here. From 3k hit point disadvantage to only 1k hit point disadvantage. Okay, almost 2k. But they just had a gun advantage. Not the case anymore though. Not the case anymore, especially as that's what she said. Gets tracked in the open, goes down. Joker steal here. The next low target on the field. Still 2k hit points advantage to Jokers, but they have a very healthy mouse. So, and the Ice 4 is still quite healthy. So Purple definitely has a chance to maybe work around this by focus firing the right tanks. Steel not out yet. Ram kill here by the mouse, and Ice 4 going for a sandwich on the Kran. And the Sheridan is the last one alive, still trying to stop the cap. But that's not going to help him. That's not going to help him. Purple having a rough start here. But actually being able to almost turn this game around again. It's quite surprising to me with the setup of double Sheridans. We could see there the purpose of these Sheridans there. They definitely were the fastest ones to get towards the corner, go for some spots, and they would have been able to run away if there was too much in the corner that they could not fight. And like this, they were able to put in some crossfire if anyone maybe decided to decap B. But on the other hand, this put Purple at a huge hit point disadvantage again, just from the start already. And also, they did not really play that carefully, lost even more hit points then. It is actually 3-0. For Jokers already. And let's adjust the score. Okay, Fort Despair again. Will Purple learn from their mistakes and maybe go for a bit of a heavier setup, especially against like one of the favorites for this tournament? It would definitely help to not start with a hit point disadvantage. Joker, as I've heard, at the moment really is one of the strongest teams, and they are known to go for very heavy lineups. So Purple should have maybe thought about adjusting their strats as well, but it's not over yet. They still have one game. They would have to win 4 games in a row now to still have a chance here. Oh, it's best of 9, so no, it's actually two more wins for Joker here before they won. So we are not there yet. Purple not out yet, but mentally this is a problem for them now. After 3 defeats in a row, can they find the motivation to focus on the game. Vickers here going for some aggressive spot in the corner, similar to what the Sheridans did on the last time. He will get the spots in and he will be able to run away. Not even trying to shoot here, because he doesn't want to get spotted and he would get punished probably. But Purple having a lot of information already and being able to go for a quick cap on C. Joker will drop into B shortly, but A is the cap that is in the open. That is contested by Purple here with a Kranwagen. That might get some decapping shots, but A, really a tricky cap to take, as it is that far in the open. If you get spotted, you might just take a huge amount of damage already. And you have to think about whether that is worth it. Especially as Joker is not running any lights or mediums here. It's not really an option for them to just take A and get away with that. Purple already having most of their forces lined up for an A decap, but Joker does not seem to even think about it. They immediately rotated their forces towards C. Only the IS-4 got spotted though. Arctic here just staying unspotted, not doing anything, turning to it, having a look at the map. He does not want to get spotted, because if this rotation from Joker gets spotted too early, then it won't work out. Joker unspotted, 5 tanks just behind C, and Unique here definitely having some big problems if he doesn't get the backup that's needed, but that's not the case. Purple already reading what's going on and rotating over there. Did anyone else get spotted? E5 also got spotted. 2 tanks over here are spotted, so this push will not stay unnoticed. If they are still pushing in, this Kranwagen not falling back yet, because he wants the spots. He wants to know whenever Joker is going for a move, and that's the case right now. Joker moving in for a push on C. Oops, sorry, that was the wrong button. Oh, let's get back. Joker pushing C here, but running into a lot of Purple tanks. Purple is prepared quite well for this. And Joker immediately noticing about this, not going for it anymore. Purple now having the option to also drop into B with their mouse tank. Definitely a good call here to drop into B and put on some further pressure onto the Joker team, which is now going in for this push. Having a slight... I think they do have an advantage on this side, especially as Unique is quite aggressive and already going down in a second. There he goes. And first gun out on the side of Purple. But Joker now having the reload on their Clippers. But Arctic was the one to get focused, who was able to fall back. So maybe not the right call to focus the farthest tank here. 2 guns out on the side of Purple, 1 gun out only on the side of Joker here. Would be important to keep up the focus fire. Kranwagen here, Joker still getting focused. That's what she said on the other side, going down already. Joker still quite healthy. Focus fire not too perfect on the side of Purple here. Lots of low hit point tanks from Joker. But still, there is a double cap for Joker and a very healthy mouse to defend that. Chinkirgi, what a name. Getting shielded in a good way, but if he is about to die, nope, the mouse misses the shot. But cap points starting to take over. IS-4 still getting killed. Will the Vickers survive? That will be the question here. It will be super important for the Vickers to not die now. But he can't really get away. If there's anyone from over here pre-aiming him, no, E5 not having any shots anymore. But the mouse also died already without being able to take out the Kran. So the Vickers, again, last light tank on the field, not having a chance to win this game still. Trying to kill himself. But Joker Are they giving him the favor? Yes. Well, 4-0 to Joker. Unique here, doing a good job of keeping up the spots. Maybe could have been speed boosting back a little bit earlier there and survived a little bit longer. Put out more than 2 shots would have helped. None of the Joker team. Yeah, no one of the Joker team there putting out below 1k damage, not even below 1.5k. Match point here to purple. Purple to Joker. Sorry. Joker only having to win 1 more game to win this encounter. And just going for the safe stretch at this point, not really splitting up, just trying to push one side or the other with 7 or 6 tanks, sometimes rather leaving heavy in the back. That's what we've seen here quite often. Like, yeah, at least 5 to 6 tanks pushing one side and then leaving some behind. Is definitely a good call. Purple mostly going quite aggressive with their light tanks, which is definitely not paying out here. These light tanks need to secure their hit points. On this game, the Vickers did a good job of securing the hit points, yet it was not enough. Next map actually is Oasis Palms. Joker also going for a medium tank or light tank this time. Joker having a Vickers light to get the spots in. Purple having a Batchet. Batchet a little bit trickier to play, yet the payoff might be higher than on the Vickers. For winning games, I find the Batchet to be a really nice tank. Probably he is going for a spot in the middle area here, but he might get punished for that, as this is a well-known first spot position. The Vickers does have the better view range, does have the higher alpha damage. Oh, Batchet going for a risky first spot here. Not getting shot for that. Oh, that was a close miss, I guess. Would have been lucky though to hit him there. But the Vickers on the other side just going for A immediately. That's a really nice decision here. He could get in some spots on A, and also the Joker team having some information on the C side already. This is actually quite an aggressive push here into A. But Purple going for a very aggressive push through the middle here, with Exodius again being the eyes for YOLOing in for the Purple team and putting in the pressure. But he might get crossfired from the right side, as there are still an E5 camping. But there are only 5 tanks here in this side, on the side of Joker, which are kind of isolated, not having the perfect positions to hold for too long. Purple just has to push into them, ignore the IS E5 on the side maybe, and just go for the focus fire. They really need to put in some more aggression here and ignore the Ado and Vickers on the side. Go for some tanks that they can all go for. That, yeah, first one's out. Nice focus fire there on the Kranwagen. Kakati, the next one to get focused here by Purple. And hit points actually in the favor of Purple this time. Also the gun advantage. No, Rabbit, the Vickers light tank, is still one shot, still alive, Racy over there, but he is not able to do anything. The Batchet actually died in the 1v1 against the Vickers there. That's the problem with the Batchet. It's a weak tank if it gets focused. But Joker's having double caps still ticking in their favor. Ado, the next one to get focused. The Vickers trying to put out some shots here in order to help Ado. But Purple really has to do their best to push out or kill Ado in very short time. Only 2 guns on the field. Purple does have the advantage when it comes to the hit points right now. But they are only having 2 tanks, 0 mobility left on the field. They do have to go for the kill. Sending both tanks over there maybe is a little bit too much, as they will just get shot in the back. I guess the E5 could already go for the 1v1 against Steel. And yep, have an advantage there because they also need to go for the caps. They are not going for the caps yet. And at this point, it is too late for that. And at this point, it is definitely too late. That's it. 1k points for Joker. The Vickers just managed to run away, sit in the back, and make sure that he does not get killed and can comfortably win on these double caps here. On this one, it really got close for Purple here. But Purple not putting in the necessary aggression early on. They knew that there was at least 1 tank on A getting the caps. They knew that there was a camping E5. And all these tanks on the side of in the desert area there, they were in very bad positions. They were very close to each other, not really having a lot of map control there, not having a lot of crossfire, only having some backup by the E5 of course. But again, Purple going for the farthest tank instead of the one that is closest to them, which they could all shoot, because focusing the one that is farthest definitely gives you the disadvantage of that guy being able to just retreat, and then he's out of the fight while you just spent all your clips on this guy. And then having to fight these very healthy tanks that are right in front of you, which are, yeah, still reloaded. And yeah, also when the one is able to run, like if it is a fast, medium or light tank, it actually makes sense in my opinion to just go for the one that is running, because it might be tricky to get him later on. In this case though, focusing the E5 on the hill, which could just sit back after losing half his hit points, well, didn't really help here. Actually not the first time that Purple did this here. Okay, I will proceed to just analyze these games a little bit more. I will just have a closer look at them from a tactical perspective. And yeah, let's maybe get to the giveaway. Can I actually do this right now? Last time I had some moderators doing this for me, but I guess they're all asleep now. Welcome guys, first of all, welcome to Foxy, Ligundo, Vanity, Alwan, many others, everyone else that is just watching live. I hope you're having a good time with these games already. We do have some times until the next games are starting, and we can have a closer look at these battles then. Yeah, it was quite a quick defeat here of Purple, as they did not manage to win a single game here, sadly. Joker just showing a really strong performance there. Okay, Battlepass giveaway, let's get to that. I mean, I could also do so after the stream. Then I would have to contact you over Discord and Yeah. Okay. So I will just pick a winner. I will just take a few minutes to do that. And then get into the analysis of these battles. The next game starting in about half an hour, I guess. So yeah, we still have some time, and in a few minutes I will get into the analysis of these games here from a tactical perspective. Alright, I do have the site open. Trap Melon, pick the right winner. Free Raven, pick the right winner. And Galaxy Inquisitor also picked the right winner. An A. Ultimate Bait also right winner chosen. You're not the winner of the giveaway yet. But it doesn't even look like there were too many entries to the giveaway. Can that be that only 4 guys entered the giveaway? If that's true, then well, okay, then all of these guys already won a battle pass, and I do have one more battle pass for this game still, because I do have 10 battle passes in total. So I will just offer this battle pass to one of my moderators, which then I will contact via PMs. So 5 battle passes again for the next games: Trap Melon, Free Raven, Galaxy Inquisitor, and Ultimate Bait. You just got a battle pass. I guess I just wrote down the wrong server. Give me a second. I will still have to find the right one there. Ultimate Bait. I think it was Asian server. Ah, come on. Where are you? Yep. Ultimate Bait was Asia. Okay, so I will now have a look at the games here. Quickly saving the names. Alright. I did have an extra window, I guess, for the... Yeah, let's go for an extra window for the stream side. Nope. Yeah, you could just hear myself on the stream there. Okay, just to make sure, I quickly want to check how much time I actually have until the next games are starting, to not miss the battle there. Okay. Ligundo, thanks, but I don't need any replays now. I won't show replays today. Next game will start at... Oh my goodness. Still, we do have some time. Okay. 7:29 p.m. PT. Okay. So we still have... Yeah, we definitely have some time to analyze the battles there. Alright. That's a good thing. I'm not under time pressure now. So I'll just open the stream here so that I can have a closer look at what is going on from a tactical perspective, which I didn't really have the option to do so throughout these games. Okay, let's set the quality to the maximum. Sorry, muted again. Good. So, this was our first game here on Rockfield. It's actually much better with a bigger minimap now. I just enhanced the second screen recording to do so. But yeah, at this point already it is a little bit of a tricky situation for Purple, because they do have these T-57s here quite aggressive. You can see it. Give me a second. I will just open my screen brush. What was the combination? Sorry. Okay. Okay, I got it. We can see here these T-57s. They are quite aggressive as they are on the inner side. They should maybe just stay on the outer side here together with Radium, so we would have 3 tanks on this side. And even if Joker then decided to push into C, then these T-57s could just shoot them and yeah, just go for a quick shootout. Make sure that Joker gets punished quite a lot. Then these T-57s could fall back again. Like this, they get trapped a little bit in the middle area here, which wasn't a problem. Maybe if they went to the outside, first of all, they could have gotten counter pushed a little bit easier. But on the other side, if they were like over there, then yeah, Joker could have pincered them like this. And these T-57s would have nowhere to escape. And it would have been quite easy to take them out actually. But there were quite a lot of tanks like over there, so it was fine. At this point, Purple does not really struggle yet. They should maybe decide to just run away and back off even further, while these Krans maybe also get over to help there. Or just, yeah, they could have just sent their Krans over to the seaside, while the Batshit kept A. The Batshit could get the spots on A still, and then the rest of the team could have just decided to counter push. Let's see how this is going to work out for Purple here. They now do send the Batshit over to A. What is this IS-4 doing here? What is his purpose? What is his mission? Why is he going that aggressive? I mean, he doesn't have any info. There might be some Joker tanks like over there where there actually is an E5 that might just have cross shots. And if there was an autoloader on the TD position in the back, then this is IS-4 could have a really bad time there. So yeah, I don't know. That was just already at this point too aggressive. He's getting up the spots, or getting in the spots, of course. But still, even dropping down onto the enemy side here. maybe he just wanted to go aggressive a little bit to maybe get in spots if Joker was rotating towards A. Yet look at this position by the IS-4. Who could possibly help him if Joker just decided to push onto him? They had all their tanks over here. They could just all go for the IS-4 without anyone punishing them, because the T-57s can't shoot over this little ramp here. They can't shoot over there because there's a hill. They would have to move up still, and this IS-4 would be dead before they were there. Yeah, the IS-4 is still quite aggressive, and he will soon also get pushed. Purple now actually deciding to push for C, as they do have over there, you can see Kakati is spotted. But this IS-4, what is he doing? Why is he already pushing in? If he just waited, like if he now just waited over there, he would still get it pushed. But there was lots of time for Purple to just push in now. There were only 4 tanks from Joker over here, while Purple had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tanks on this side. They should definitely be able to clear these guys, and then they would be able to take C and only have to fight 3 remaining tanks that would slowly move up, of course. They would lose 1 IS-4 for sure, but these guys should have never survived. If the IS-4 wasn't that aggressive, these guys could have been a little bit closer already. The Batshot could have still, those guys are still spotted, the Batshot could have still done, worked around and, yeah, shot into the back of those guys while they pushed in. The Batshot could have just gotten behind, like over there, and just shot them. So, yeah, Exodius here, just going super aggressive. Didn't really help. And yeah, he's just getting deleted without anyone even punishing the team here of Jokers. We can see one Kranwagen lost a bit of hit points there, but yeah, there's a push coming in way too late to secure the IS-4. The M6s here are already halfway through their reload. Let's have a look at the next game already. I guess this is already one for Joker already. They are just pushing in now. They do have the hit point advantage. Can I not turn off this thing here from YouTube? I guess I can't. But yeah, look at this hit point difference, like 4k hit point difference. Let's get to the next battle. Which is starting right here. And yeah, again on this one we had the huge issue of Purple really wanting to move for this position, because I know this is a good position. If you are there, then it is really hard to push in. Yet it is not even possible to secure the A cap if you are set up passively over there. And well, the purpose of this position is that they had 3 tanks over there, and this Tran could just fall back to over there. And that way, if Joker wanted to push in, then they would have some really good crossfire. You can see it here. There would be this crossfire from 4 tanks. That was the purpose. That was the strat here from Purple, while at the same time going for double caps over there. But also they have this Kranwagen in the back here on the hill, just being super passive, having shots but not really being able to put in his hit points that early or that quickly. Joker on the other side is in a very consolidated formation here, just all together pushing in now, while there are only 4 tanks from Purple in this area. The Vickers going for C, and as soon as Joker noticed the split, like as soon as they do have the spots right now. Is Joker pushing in already? No. Yep. C getting capped, so they do know that Purple is splitted. B now also getting capped, so that's the call for Joker to just rush in without any fear and kill those guys. The Vickers now, as said already, he is able to put in some crossfire, some occasional shots there into the A side, but that's just random damage, not focused fire, and there's a big difference. The Kran also, look at this, the Kran is there to catch a push and secure his teammates on the left side, yet he didn't put out a single shot while Joker already pushed in. Yeah, Joker already deleted almost an entire tank. The E5 also lost a lot of hit points. These tanks here just they are out for nothing, and if they set up more passively, then they would definitely have a better chance. For Purple here, like, if you want to know what I mean, I will just wait for good vision like this maybe. If the guys from Purple just set up over there, we can see it on a mini map here. Like, if those tanks were just over there really passive, maybe some tank even over there, but that's tricky because there he might just get pushed from two sides. So maybe even more passive like this, having this guy getting into B, having those guys over there and this Vickers over there. It would have been really hard to push up to this line for the Joker team. They wouldn't have any weak spot, except for the one on B, of course. That would be a tricky thing, but yeah, on the other side, Purple could just take the C cap, then they could take the B cap and secure the 1 and B with a few more tanks while slightly advancing over here, sending the Vickers a bit more aggressive maybe, and just securing the map control by a very passive formation there. But like this, you can see it on the minimap. What was the problem here? Those guys from Purple were so aggressive that they could just easily get killed, while there was a Kran over there, the E5 was still on B, the Vickers over there, just too splitted to really help each other. And yep, it didn't take long until the last players from Purple also got killed here. Vickers still farming from the other side, but that's not helping anyone. What was his final damage actually? Let's have a look. It was a bit too far. Vickers doing just above 3k. Did not help win the game though, as he would have had to do like 5k, 6k to win it from a position like this. And next one was Fort Despair. Was it the double Sheridan strat? Yes, it was. Double Sheridan's very unusual choice to go for the corner, and in a second you will be able to see what was the purpose of this strat. These guys were aggressive enough or fast enough to go for some spots. If anyone else was coming for A, then these guys would notice. They would have been able to run away, although they would certainly have lost some hit points for nothing if anyone was going for A, so it was already a risky strat. But they just waited over here, tried to get in some cross shots. Now I see the point here. They waited over there. If there were some players from, or if there were some tanks from Joker just heading towards the middle, which is often happening, then these Sheridans would have been able to put out 2 shots early on already, and yeah, make up their hit point disadvantage maybe. But even if both of them hit, it would be like 1100 damage. And because of these double shoridans, Purple does have a hit point disadvantage of 2k hit points. So is it worth going for the shoridans just for putting out 1.1k damage if the enemies are just going for what Purple hoped for? I will let you answer this question. I will let you answer this question for yourself. The Kranwagen here not really being able to spot A. Actually, if Purple decided to maybe just knock over some trees, I think they could have tried to just cap off A without getting spotted. I wouldn't be 100% sure about this, as sometimes you might still get spotted. It's not 100% sure, or you might just get blind shot, of course. But the Kranwagen only had 3 shots. So actually, like this, 6 tanks over there, Purple could have sent some tanks, like 1 or 2 tanks. Did they even have an IS-4? No, they didn't. They are just a lot of Krans. But they could have sent like 1-2 Krans over there to push back this Kranwagen. Then they could have decided to cap off A, and by then they would have also noticed that this Kranwagen was alone, and they could have just killed him easily. But of course, there might have been more than this one Kranwagen, and they didn't know about it. So it would have been a little bit of a risk, as Joker could just push in from different angles there. But yeah, still Purple got the cap advantage, lost 1 shot worth of hit points here because the Sheridans really went a little bit too aggressive. Their goal was to punish anyone trying to decap, like from the, you can't see it anymore, but if there was anyone trying to peek over there on the right side, then these Sheridans would have shots into that. But rarely we ever see a B decap, because everyone knows that there's just so many tanks, so many options to just punish this decap. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Sometimes there is someone over there, like a mouse for example, or an IS-4, but decapping B like this is basically impossible, especially if there are a lot of Kranwagens on the field that can all go into very strong high down positions over there and to have perfect shots into this bush. Also, these Sheridans having shots into this bush, I don't know. Maybe not, maybe they are just trying to shoot C, but they didn't even have anyone spotting C, so it was pointless. It was a bit pointless going for it. But yeah, at this point already, the strat suffered from a little bit of a problem. That was the huge hit point gap. Also, Radium here being super isolated, not having anyone to save him. Although the Sheridans are moving up to help him, Radium is just too aggressive. As we can see in a second, I will just scroll over here. Radium, he is going for the spots, yes, but he can't even spot up those guys in the back. He can only go for some cross shots on C. Is it worth it? Maybe he should just sit back a little bit. And if he would be going for this position over there, he would be much safer, and he could possibly retreat behind the wall and get a lot of help. So there was definitely some issue also, but Joker didn't even see about this, didn't dare to push in their mouse and IS-4. They could have definitely dared to go a little bit more aggressive and try to get in some spots. If they had some more backup by their teammates there, they didn't have to really go for this B push, especially if there are some guys in the corner of A. Then it is a bit tricky to just push B there without losing a ton of hit points. But of course, this was also a very valid option that Joker went for here and allowed them to win the game in the end. Yeah, Radium still alone here. Whitetail is going a bit too aggressive, actually. Not in perfect harmony with the rest of his teammates pushing up. But it was not really a problem. He just took some shots from the Crans not having any DPM anymore. While on the side of Joker, we did have, well, not much better DPM, but at least one E5 and double Ice 4. So I guess the DPM was slightly better, but the clipping potential of the Crans must not be underestimated, of course. But only if they find a tank to focus out. And in a brawl, in a really close combat fight, then these Crans just won't have the DPM. Nor the time to just sit back and reload their clip. Okay, let's go for the next game, because nothing's happening here anymore. Actually, I don't have to be that quick on the commentary, because well, I will just quickly check something. Where's yeah, still some minutes left for the next games. Okay, let's have a look at the next game here. And yeah, on this one, we did have a very similar strat by Purple. Joker this time picking the other side, actually going for the A corner, trying to send in some hull down tanks to strong positions over there. If you win the A corner, it is a really strong position as it offers a lot of crossfire. But if there is nothing in the A corner, then going for it is not really that helpful always. But yeah, Joker sending 3 tanks towards the corner, not finding any enemy there because the Vickers just managed to run away without getting spotted, as he just does have the light tanks, camouflage and view range. And the Vickers now giving some backup there. There was a cross shot flying in onto the mouse, I guess. No shot onto... No one was even trying to shoot down the trees here, which we could see quite often. That people are just trying to knock over these trees with some HE shots, then trying to go for the A cap. But Joker not having any mediums or light tanks, so going for the A cap is really a big risk to them, because they will probably get spotted for that, and there would be at least one Krankenwagen shooting that guy in the cap, and yeah, then you would just throw away all the hit point advantage. I think even in this game, Joker started with 1k hit point advantage. That's actually a good split here on the side of Purple. Only this guy in the front, maybe a little bit too aggressive. Unique Pramo here, really far forward. He might be kind of isolated if there were some more Joker players in the back, like over there. And could have just shot him out already. But of course, most of the team from Joker was on the A side, and I guess also Purple was aware of that. But Joker, I really like this rotation here. Joker just immediately rotating over. Immediately rotating their forces back towards C. And just leaving 3 tanks here. Those guys are spotted. Those tanks can still defend B. And yeah, Purple would need a lot of time to kill those 3 tanks there. With their hit points, their positions, they are in a good formation. Joker staying unspotted. This cross may be a little bit too close. He could have also gone for a little bit farther. But he did not get spotted. The Vickers was not trying to spot on the balcony, so it was fine for him. Unique still quite aggressive going for these spots. I want to see one thing. Does he speed boost back? Does he even try, or does he just get killed? Because when I've seen the game, the first thing I noticed there was just Unique dying. That will be interesting now. He should not really go for those shots, in my opinion, as they were quite quite tricky, and he now does have okay. What was a mistake there? Unique not going back yet. Unique still aggressive in the front, although he does know that there's everyone in front of him. He is isolated. As soon as enemies, the Joker team, will push onto him, he will go down. At this point, we are seeing the mouse on the other side move into B. There are still 2 tanks from Joker over there. The Vickers, well, rather passively, being able to help on any side, but also, it's not the Vickers, it's the Kranwagen actually. Mouse getting into B is the right call. It's definitely a good thing to do to increase the pressure, but this will for sure trigger a counter push on C. So Vickers maybe could have just stayed closer to C. He could still rotate over to B, but yeah, killing the mouse would have taken a long time for Joker if they even decided to do so. So leaving the Vickers close to the fight and just helping with those guys over there would probably have helped, instead of just going for that guy on A. Yeah, Vickers was able to decap it probably, but this didn't help. Okay, Unique here now speed boosting back. You can see only just pulled off his speed boost, but that's already way too late. He already lost almost all his hit points. So yeah, that's just a bit too late. The rest of Purple now moving up too late to cover him. Purple having 2 caps, but having about 2k hit point deficit right now. With some good shielding and stuff like that, that would not be impossible to win, especially if the Vickers now rotated over. Because this Vickers gun was really needed in this fight over there. At this point, he was just passively spotting A, decapping A. Did he even lose any hit points for that? Nope, not yet. But going for the IS-4, I guess it's an IS-4 on A, just didn't help a lot, because it was not the focus fire target. This IS-4 could not help anyone. If he was just being ignored, then the Vickers could push in there, the mouse could get behind, put out a lot of damage before this IS-4 was even able to do something. The IS-4 would have probably just tried to maybe cap A, maybe cap B, maybe also move up to help the teammates on C. But the mouse also needed to be super aggressive at this point. He is going in already, by the looks of it. Have a look at this point on the minimap. It is moving. It is definitely moving, but just a bit too late. Because Joker has not left their Kranwagen over there to secure A and B. He rotated over to help his teammates, and they left the IS-4 alone, because the IS-4 would take a lot of time to get killed. And Joker was well aware of that. At this point, already 3 guns out of the fight for Purple, and 2 low hit point tanks. Also on this one, we have seen this huge problem of Joker focusing the E5 Arctic early on, which was just able to retreat. And it's a bit too much. Let's get to the push after I mess up with a free cam. Here we could see the problem. Unique went down, but Arctic got focused, and Arctic was able to retreat. It would have helped much more if those guys in the front would have been focused. Also, we are seeing all the purple tanks on this side. They're all in each other's way. They're blocking each other. They can't get through this. And they can't all shoot these 2 tanks. They just needed to send a few tanks over there. This Kran didn't have any DPM anyways. So if Purple just sent like 2 to 3 tanks over there, 2 to 3 tanks over there, then these guys would not have survived for too long. They had perfect crossfire, and IS-4 E5 would not have any option to hide there. Penetrating them frontally is a bit tricky, especially if there are 5 tanks behind each other that are blocking each other. And yeah, that's definitely not helpful. So yeah, some push behind here would have definitely helped. Oh yeah, by now the game was already over. Also the mouse not being able to kill the one shot here. We could see him hesitate just a fraction of a second. Otherwise he would have maybe been able to just push this Kran, Wagen away, Joker steal. But yeah, he would have had to survive quite a long time now. To maybe get some help by the Vickers. But the Vickers, where did he lose his hit points actually? I don't know. And this guy on B, I don't know if it is the same one on B. No, it's actually... No, we don't see any dead tank from Joker over there. So I guess it's probably the same one that went for A already. And yeah, he could just be ignored there. Vickers doesn't have any option left. We had one more game here. From Joker versus Purple. And Purple again going for a tricky tank, bad shit for the first spots. Not going for this bush, which I initially feared a little bit. Thought he would maybe go for this bush, but it is quite predictable and he might get trapped there. So yeah, he gets in a nice first spot, spots up most of the tanks, but Rabbit on the side of Joker already speed boosting his way towards A. Let's have an eye on the spots here on the right side, on the side of the purple team, blue team and purple, no, purple team and blue. Rabbit not even hesitating, he's just dropping into A straight away. Actually quite a big risk there, but it definitely worked out as those guys from Joker got spotted on the C side. They just assumed to not have too much on A, then well, that is a big assumption. Could have definitely been the case that Purple still had some tanks behind A, although the Vickers had an option to spot them if he moved up the hill over the dunes. So at this point we do have these tanks super isolated. This tank is isolated. Purple though only having, like, there's one E5 over there that could possibly, or that would give some backup. The Vickers is out of the fight. This guy is supporting with some crossfire, but he's not able to focus fire. So if Purple just sent over some tanks over there, like let's say 2 tanks over there, 3 tanks over there, ignoring those Krans would have been tricky though. There are 3 Kranwagens and an E5 over there. It was super tricky thing to push into them. But with X-Soldiers going that aggressive, Purple didn't have any other chance but to push in. So that's what Purple did. Yet they did have the Batshit, which was not able to really help. They did have all their tanks going in at this point, yet they were hesitating. These guys over there, they could not escape. Yet they focused the E5 over there. I cannot see who shot exactly. Would be nice to know. If it was an E5 shooting the other E5, it would be fine. But if it's Kranwagens, or maybe it was an E5. But yeah, also Purple already losing a lot of hit points before they are even in the fight. But still, Purple does have hit point advantage here. They just needed to go in, get the right focus fire, and they would be able to win this game. Although they kept the hit point advantage until the very last seconds. But double caps. And they really needed to be fast now. I don't know why Unique and Darktronics are still that far from the fight. We can see most of the Joker tanks that are isolated are over there, while Purple does have 4 tanks over here. Yeah, that's a little bit of a problem. These guys won't really be able to put in the necessary focus fire from over there. Unique didn't shoot yet until now. He has this dune in front of him. By moving to the right side, he just didn't have the option to really help over there. Would have helped a lot if he just moved to the left side. Okay, now he does have some focus fire on this guy, which is perfect, but he's out of the fight now, whereas the focus fire is onto Kakati and the E5 over here, and Unique does not have any shots on them. Well, still no hit point advantage to Purple anymore, but they managed to get a hit point advantage quite soon. Only 3 tanks on the field though, which is a little bit of a problem. Whereas this Vickers on the side of Jokers does have not any hit points anymore, but he's definitely able to just run and make use of the cap points. Also, the Batshit went for a 1v1 against the Vickers. I noticed that earlier. The Batshit was pushing B. That was a problem also, because the Batshit just struggles there in a 1v1 situation. If the Batshit just stayed a bit more passive over here, he could have put in some crossfire onto those heavies. We could see these heavies all being trapped over there as they were falling back. The Batshit, if it went just over there to the city area, he could have had some cross shots, and that would have been perfect. That would have been a really nice opportunity for the Batshit, instead of going for the 1v1, which he eventually lost there. Would have loved to see that also, but the main fight was going on the other side. Yeah. Problem here is Vickers now can just farm. We are seeing, well, it's a bit tricky to see, but Purple does have hit point advantage of around 500 points now. Yet they do have a Vickers behind them, and this Kranwagen is still super healthy. Points are also highly in the favor of Joker. So my suggestion would be to just send 1 tank towards the IS-4, maybe the Kranwagen, because the Kranwagen doesn't have any DPM anyways, and he can just go for the clip reload on the way, while this E5 already 1v1s the other Kran. So if this Kran now just went to kill the IS-4, this E5 goes for 1v1. Okay, the Kran does have 2 shots at this point, but over time the E5 will win on the trades as long as he stays clear from the Vickers and from this IS-4. He will lose a bit of hit points, but he would be able to 1v1 the Kran definitely. And then they still had 2 tanks, would be able to clear the Kranwagen. Vickers was not really able to help that much or do any more stuff than just putting out some passive shots from the back. Kranwagen could have just moved over there to just stay a lot safer. Kranwagen also missing a shot here. Losing like 1500 hit points just for this push. And missing 2 shots. E5 also missed. Oh yeah. This Kranwagen is still healthy. And now we have a 1v2. So yeah, if that was a successful push by the Kranwagen, like the purple Kranwagen over there to kill the IS-4, this E5 would have been at about the same amount of hit points in a 1v1 against the Kran. Then the Kran over here would have still been healthy. He could have put in some shots into the Kran to help the E5 and then left this E5 to fight a 1v1 against the Kran. He would have won this, and the Kran could have already made his way towards B, capped off B, and then could have tried to cap off A. Of course, it was tricky with the timing, but I did see an option there. I definitely did see an option. But that was the last game here from Purple versus Joker. We still have about 10 minutes until the next games are starting. So I will just go for like 3 to 4 minutes break. And then I will be back for you as the room opens then. And don't forget, there will be another Battle Pass giveaway of 5 Battle Passes on the second game of the next matchup. Alright, so be right back. All right, back we are. Back we are, and only 1 minute left until the next game is starting. We are seeing Rusties against Jokers. Also, the next giveaway is about to start in a few seconds. If you want to win one of 5 battle passes, then just guess the winner of the second game here of Rusties versus Jokers. And if you pick the correct winner of the second game, then you will have a chance of winning one of 5 battle passes. So all you have to do is just put in your in-game name with the server and the correct winner into the chat until this game ends. You will try to guess the winner of the second match. But it is already starting. It is already starting. We are on Normandy this time. Joker again with a very heavy lineup of 7 heavies on the field. And on the other side we are seeing Rusties with 1 IS-4, double Kran, 1 M60, triple T125. Solid heavy lineups here. NA metal at its best. E100. That's just screaming NA metal. E100 on the side of Jokers. And quadruple Kranwagen, double T125. Jokers leaving the E100 at the red line. What the heck? Okay. Okay. Won't judge you. Won't judge you. Unbekannter Schnitter. Okay, German name here on NA server. That's unexpected. And Joker having a cap on C side. E5 on the side of Rusties also managed to cap off D just a fraction of a second earlier, which will put Rusties at a slight advantage when it comes to the cap points. Very symmetrical lineups here, or just a very symmetrical tactic here. Joker a little bit more aggressive on the upper side, and Rusties on the other side going for a bait here. Yet this Kranwagen already shot, so his position is not unknown to Joker's. But Joker probably having, yeah, they do have a hit point advantage of about 500 because of their E100. Getting A is not really an option. It could be possible to cap off A without getting punished too much. Oh, nice shot there by Zvero into Ado. Yet the problem is of going towards A that you are very far from the fight and you need a really long time to move back up to the main part of the map, where Joker is actually going for a move. Whitetails here going for a really aggressive push into the middle, having now a good hold on position for some crossfire onto these Kranwagens. E5 still in the corner to secure the Krans. Joker will struggle with this push, but Unbekannter Schnitter here in the corner will maybe be the one to get focused. He might be a little bit overextended. He might be in the open. If Joker does have some shots over there from the plane area, maybe. No, doesn't look like it. Whitetails is already retreating. Joker has lost a lot of hit points. Joker even having lost more hit points than they put out. But oh, Sphere here just get themselves in front of everyone with his back to them. But there will be 2 guns taken out on this side. Rusties has to go for a counter push on the upper side, and it will look good for Rusties as they will gain the high ground and they will be able to take the caps if they are able to kill this Kran. leave the e5 alone, and also they have to kill the assassin over here, but it doesn't look like the e5 would be able to do so. He was left alone. It would be super important for Rusties to still kill this Kranwagen in their back, so they could just take C and D instead of just pushing into the crossfire here in the middle of everything, where Sava, man, what a name, is getting crossfired from Ado already. Also, the M6, or was it a Kranwagen? M6 is just a bit too aggressive there, going for, I don't know why he went for the lower part of the map here, where he could have just stayed up. They could have just killed the Kran on the upper side, secured C and D, had much better positions, and Joker would not have been able to cap B. They could have taken A for free, but this would not have really helped them. Joker going for the push onto A, which, yes, it might work if you gain a tank advantage by that, but it, in my opinion at least, it would have been easy for the Rusty's team to make use of it by just gaining C and D, getting the better areas or the better positions here on the upper side, putting or just deleting 2 tanks for getting killed, 2 tanks, but even, yeah, on the other side, it was, who was it on the lower part of the map? It was Sviro and one other guy. They did not have to be that aggressive. They went for a push on a Kranwagen, but just showed their back towards everyone. They could have maybe pressured him, but going that aggressive, well, I do have my doubts whether that was the right choice, although I do not really have the definite information on how safe that looked for them. I do not have the first-hand perspective. Oops. Oh, wrong window. I want to open that over here, so where you do not see this. So, entries for the giveaway are ending right here. Who will win the next match? Joker or Rusty's? Rusty's having had a good chance to win this one already. But then, throwing it away. Okay. Score is set up. Well, Rusty's now going for double T125, double Kran, a nice 4 and double M6. On the other side, we do have Joker with a very similar lineup. Quadruple Kran low. And there was an E5, I don't remember the rest. IS4, quadruple Kran, double T125. Only strong hull down tanks here. Perfect for this map. Although we could see an E100 also being able to work out. I would still say the push towards the lower part of the map was a problem, was a mistake from Joker. Yet they got away with it. There we see the plane crashing. And Joker going for a very closed formation for the decap again, which we have seen quite often from Joker, just spamming 7 heavy tanks, going for a push on one side. But these E5s will be tricky, because they will be able to decap D maybe. Yeah, there we go. Nope. Whitetails is actually safe to cap the base. And these E5s will be a little bit in danger if they are getting pushed onto by these triple Krans from over there. Also, there's a 4th Kran on the side. These E5s are in huge danger here of getting pushed, and that's what we are seeing already. They lost some hit points early on, just trying to move forward, getting tracked, though. The biggest weakness of these E5s, getting tracked, not having the repair kits. Although they do have the reactive armor, they are not able to get out of here. Richard now also going down, although 2 guns of the Joker team also got deleted in the same time, and hit points are still neck and neck. Problem is though for Rusty's that their DPM tanks, the E5s, got killed. And the third one, the Kranwagen's also all Arctic here. The next one to get focused, he's also tracked in the open. Will there be a kill shot? Nope. Nope, he is able to move over the hill. Alex Navi, the next one to go down. 3 guns remaining for Rusty's. And 5 guns still on the field for Joker, although Joker Steel is about to get killed in a few seconds also. Still alive. The M6 getting killed. Not really trying to go for the Kranwagen anymore. Trying to just move around. Stay alive maybe. I cannot exactly say what was his goal there. Yet it did not work out. That's what I can say for sure. And we only have 1 IS-4 left on the field. And there he goes. So we do have a winner of the second game. I hope you just picked the right one. Okay, that means 2-0 for Jokers. And we will switch the map. We will just switch the map to Kennel. Oh, Kennel is an interesting map. On EU server, we've seen some very interesting games there with some very light setups played by Jones against very heavy lineups by EG, and Jones, to my surprise and also to my satisfaction, was successful with a medium light setup, as this map offers a wide range of options to go for and a very wide distance to travel. Also lots and lots of cross shots. Medium light setups might actually work here. But we are on NA. I did not forget about this. Only a Vickers on each side, a little bit of mobility, which is already quite a lot for NA teams. 1 Vickers to get the spots in. Double T125, double Kran, and an 6 and a Kran. Double Kran actually for Rusty's. For Joker we do have double T125, triple Kranwagen IS-4, and the Vickers as well. And let's head into the battle. Oops. Okay. Okay. With this setup, it might actually go anywhere. From this spawn though, D is mostly preferred with a lineup like this, but I cannot say what these teams are going to do. No, they're actually going for A. Yeah. The current setups are really quite versatile. Tanks that are able to go anywhere. So it's really hard to predict if there are not like mouses being chosen. The Kran will be able to cap off B, and nice decapping shot here by Richer. But also getting shot here as he has to move out of the danger, because Joker is moving towards D with most of their forces. Rusty's would have known by now if there was anyone moving towards A. So Richard really doing a good job here of just moving out on time, taking this one shot instead of many more, and being safe now. Oh, the Vickers has to be careful. The Vickers just getting out of the danger zone as well. He will probably just camp here at around A. And we can see a very good formation here by Rusty's. As you can see, like this, all these tanks are lined up so they can support each other. Rusty's does have the cap advantage. So it is for Joker, it is up to Joker to make a move. For that to be successful, they must not lose any further hit points. They already lost a few shots worth of hit points, which does not really help them for their push. So they really have to find a good option to push into. Pushing into double crowns will be a tricky thing to do. But they are quite overextended. But they also have some backup. This Vickers here in the middle to spot up the canal. If there would be anyone pushing through this little canal over here, this Vickers would know. But I guess we are more likely to see a push on to the IS-4 over here, as he's also quite far in the open. But he's aware of that. He's already turning back. He's turning his back towards the enemy in order to be able to escape quickly. No, still turning around, Well, yeah, but Joker is going for a move here. We can see the double crown moving up. And also on the other side, we are seeing a push already onto the double crowns here with Assassin going for a super aggressive push just behind the house to get in some crossfire here. But he has to be careful to not overextend, as there will be the tanks from Rusty's here to cover him. B also being contested, but the push is mainly going on onto this IS-4 here, still isolated, still alone, not having the backup that he would hope for, and he's going down without Joker losing any tank for that. But also now the Kranwagen on the side of Joker is down. Rusty's still having cap advantage only, though it is by a small margin only. But Whitetails here alone in the river will get killed in a second, although the E5 missed us a very important shot. But it will be a tricky thing for Joker to still win this game. Will be tricky for Joker, definitely. But the E5 here doing a good job of heading towards A, stopping the cap. And with that kill of the Kran over there, now Joker actually is in a cap advantage. These two E5s a little bit out of position there. Maybe stayed in this ditch for too long after getting the kill of the IS-4. Not really being able to push out anymore. They have to kill this Kranwagen. And they do. Still, the cap advantage is on the side of Joker. This Vickers is still alive. Even though he is a one-shot, he will be able to cause a lot of trouble for the Rusty's team. As he is very hard to reach. And the Vickers on the side of Rusty's actually died before that. So that's part of the reason why Rusty's was not able to counter this anymore. Good games there by Joker so far. I guess we are in a best of 9 again. And 3 wins on the side of Joker already. We do have the winners of the Battle Pass already. Yeah, there were only 5 entries to the Battle Pass giveaway. So all of you guys are winners, and just by a little bit of effort, you managed to secure your Battle Pass for free. Alright. Next game still on Kennel. Next map still Kennel. Ooh, 50B strat. I love to see that. Triple crowns also. Triple 50Bs and an IS4. Even the colors are looking good on that setup. Rusty's again going for Vickers and a very mixed lineup. Rusty's having one IS4, double crown, double M6 and a T125 plus the already mentioned Vickers. So yeah, it will be a bit tricky for Rusty's without the well, they do have the DPM, but enemies do have the Clippers and they can just get punished for that. AMX 50Bs often used to head towards A. Surprisingly, they got spotted. Is that the Vickers over here now? Okay, often these 50Bs are able to move over to A unspotted. This time they weren't, and they get punished a lot. I guess that was maybe a track shot, or maybe... Oh, fire also. Robert still stopping for some cross shots. As they do know that these guys over there are now reloading. The M60 is actually playing with a small gun. Interesting choice to go for the DPM. The Vickers here getting a big beating for this decapping try on B. Joker already pre-aiming him. But Shuksava is also pushing over with the Vickers on the field. Rusty's is able to go for a lot of map control, but they do not have the caps at this point. But they do have a slight hit point advantage. Yet they are not hesitating. They are not hesitating, pushing in straight away. Have found the Kranwagen in an isolated position. Also, the Kranwagen is now reloading, so he won't be able to put out any more shots. Question is whether Rusty's is able to kill him. No, first one goes down on the side of Rusty's actually. So they have to keep moving. They have to go forward to kill the Kranwagen, go for the next Kranwagen while having to stay clear of the 50Bs. The 50Bs are the biggest problem here. If they can put out their clips before the others are dying, then they will be able to reload and just win the game by that. But it looks like... Actually, this push was not that successful. For a second, I thought it would be a really nice option to go for this Kranwagen. Yet the 50Bs were able to do much more than expected, I guess. Although it didn't really look like the 50Bs would have shot in this area over here. The Vickers still moving around. Maybe going for the cap would be an option for him. But also, he really has to help his teammates because they will die. Or this IS-4 is going to die soon. If the Vickers is not able to do anything about that. And even if the Vickers put out a ton of damage still, he won't be able to win this in a 1v4 situation. Did not look good for Jokers at the start. Yet they were doing a good job of just pushing back, counter-pushing the push into them. 50B here with Assassin on the wheel, on the steering wheel, really paying off. I don't even know if a tank has a steering wheel. Maybe not. Well, the 50B, at least this one really paid off. Was really a tricky thing for the Rusty's team to push into these 50Bs. And that makes Jokers have 4 points already. Yep, Jokers having 4 points. It is a best of 9, so Jokers only has to win one more game. And they won this encounter and are through to the next stage. Final stage starting tomorrow. Tournament still lasts until the 31st of July. And I actually forgot to switch scenes on the last map. But never mind, you could still see what was going on. Well, next map is Himmelsdorf. Oh, I haven't seen any tournaments, or I haven't streamed and have rarely seen any tournaments on this map yet, since it was just recently added into the game. We can expect some heavy lineups. Yeah, only one mouse though. Only one mouse. But also lots and lots of clippers again. Double Kran, double M60 T125, double IS4 on the side of Rusty's. And on the other side we do have a mouse. Quadruple Kranwagen, double IS4 for Jokers. Probably they're mostly heading towards D, I would guess. And sending some tanks towards C or B. Flanking around with that kind of lineup is a tricky thing to do, as they just don't have the mobility to do that. And if they picked a more mobile lineup, one medium or light tank, it would be easy to push the other side to them. M60 just pre-aiming, not really pushing out, even though he could have had some shots. Joker going with a very aggressive push into D here. With the double IS4 and the mouse and Kran. They're all following up, just immediately pushing in. Will they go forward? On the other side we do have a T125 flanking. I don't think that this is the right call. He will be out of the fight for a very long time. And he is now spotted not moving. So that should be Joker's call to just move in. But also, okay, they also do have a Kranwagen over there. And they stopped their push as there's some good crossfire here on the side of Rusty's. They are in quite safe positions to secure this IS-4 with the M60 and Kranwagen. Although I guess a push on this IS-4 would definitely be successful, as Joker could go for him with all their tanks, basically, or 6 tanks. But they would probably lose a lot of hit points for that. So Jokers is deciding to just play around the map a little bit more. Going to counter this E5 over there. Ado going for a good first shot. Putting out the next shell. And the last one, but now he's on the clip reload. Now he's on the clip reload and in a face hack. But on the other side, we are seeing a push there. We are seeing a push by Rusty's actually. Zero going in here together with the other M60. But that push is not successful. The double M60 got killed here. They were trying to go for some crossfire on D. Were not able to do so though. Joker still low on hit points, still trying to move out of the danger, not able to do so though. And it does not really look good for Rusty's here. 2k hit point disadvantage at this point. Still trying to get out some tanks. Whitetails the one to get focused. On the other side we still have a 1v1 of the Kran versus E5, but that's definitely not going to decide over the outcome of the game. Both of them got killed actually, but we still have 2 guns only on the side of Rusty's on the D area here. And they will not survive for any longer. The mouse just bullying this Kranwagen, HEing him into the butt. And there he goes. Only one Kranwagen left on the field, having 0 DPM. Big HE roll there into the back and another one. There he goes. GG's to Joker. GG's. Good performance there, definitely. And that means Rusty's is out. And so is PURPL. Joker will be through to the next stage starting tomorrow. Depriving me from sleep again. Shock Sava only hitting one shot here. He really had quite an aggressive position with his IS-4 there. The mouse having a big game of almost 6k damage here in a tournament. That is definitely quite a lot. While WoTB was not able to connect his shots apparently. Well, live games are over. If you want to stay for some further in-depth analysis of these games, I will still have a closer look at these games. But first of all, we do have Battlepass winners already. And Prometheum won the first Battlepass. Perfilupi, the second one, the Anonymizer. The third one, Ominous, also won a Battlepass, and Vanity Potence. Glad to see some of my more frequent viewers here to win some Battle Passes also. Okay. So the live battles for today are over, but the analysis part is not. So let's have a closer look at these games here maybe. So we are restarting Normandy. Normandy, the first game on Normandy really was an interesting game there already. Really want to have a closer look at this one again. Okay. First of all, if you are leaving already since the games are over, then I'm glad that you were here. I hope you enjoyed. And oh, there's a fly flying around. Thanks for watching, but I'm not done yet. I will still have a closer look at these games here. Man, this damn fly here. Okay. On this game, we did have the camping E100 strat. Nice voice crack. And the rest of the teams rather staying on the upper side. Generally, I would say that going for the upper side on Normandy is a little bit safer to do, because here you can have the high ground and you can also secure the caps more easily. You can go for CD, while B is really hard to take. It will be really tricky, yet if you're able to do so once, then it will be hard to get back. But for that being able to, for that being possible, we really need a special situation with all the enemy being very passive in the back like this. Yet at this point, Joker actually rotating down already. We could see, so far there is no one on A, but shortly after this, the enemy team, or the Rusty's team, was moving towards the A cap. In my opinion, that is always a bit of a problem, as yeah, on A you're really quite far away from the fight. If the enemy is then pushing the upper side, then you might take like 30 seconds or more to move up to help. Joker's here was thinking about going for a push on the upper side, yet aborted this push. But we do have one tank here alone on B. Also a bit too aggressive, maybe. He is getting pushed onto by 4 Rusty's players. I was not really aware of that throughout the game. But, there we go. There's a push going towards the A side there with these two tanks. I thought they would have pushed from the upper side, from the lower side. Like this, it makes more sense. But yeah, these two tanks can now kill the Kranwagen, but Joker on the other side, they could think of it like this. There are these two tanks basically out of the fight. If they want to move up again, they will need a lot of time. So Jokers could just clear the upper side here and take the double cap. There was also this E5 really isolated over there, but they decided to not do so and go for these E5s, which already lost a bit of hit points, but only because they turned for them. They didn't have to do so. But of course, they were quite easy targets. But having these tanks down here was definitely enough. Like with Arctic still, E100 moving down to the A cap, that was a big problem for me. Because this E100 is just way too slow. He would not have been able to do a lot on the lower part anyways. And if Joker just decided to leave him on the upper side, like let's say somewhere around here, maybe a bit more passive, close to there, then yeah, then he would have held up quite a long time. He would have been able to defend C and not been out of the fight for too long. Like this, he's not even able to put out another shot, and he's just on the beach basically, while this Kranwagen will go down. This Kranwagen though, huge misplay here by Rusty's to ignore this Kranwagen, as this one is completely alone, doesn't have any backup. And you can see on the minimap right now what is our problem here. We do have 3 tanks from Rusty's just push, like they are pushing into the middle of the Joker's team, while this guy was alone, and Rusty's would have had the option to kill this guy first, then this guy, or just kill them simultaneously, as they had still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tanks on the field. They could have killed these two, maybe even lost a tank for that, but they could have killed these 2 tanks and secured the C cap, then having C and D with a tank advantage, although they lost a ton of hit points already. So that was definitely a tricky thing to do, but maybe also because they already pushed through B here into the middle of everyone, especially this E5 in the back there was able to farm all the game long, and it was impossible to reach this guy without giving up all the positions. So this one should be left for last. Also those guys on A, they should be left for the last ones, and this way, yeah, Rusty's could have just stayed in a more consolidated formation, just try to kill the ones on top, secure C, secure D, then just sit back, and Joker would have to counter push them. And yeah, here you can have some really nice hull down positions, like over there. You can go over there, somewhere over there, whatever. There are lots of good hull down positions to hold the upper part here, hold these caps. And also you do have the option to just push back to the spawn to secure the BD cap, whatever. Okay. I really did not understand why Rusty's decided to push into the middle here. And even push forward, like we could see here. They had this isolated Kranwagen there, and they did not just go for him in a safe manner and pushed him, pincered him from different sides, killed him. They just moved into the middle there, where they got farmed from this E5 and left this Kranwagen alive, pushed onto very healthy E100 and Kranwagen. So they were just in super bad crossfire from lots of different angles there. But yeah, that's it already for the Rusty's team. They have 0 chance of winning this anymore. So let's have a look at the next game. Just trying to make it a bit quicker right now. So it would be perfect if I could go to sleep at some point. All right. Next one again, again on Normandy. And Joker just moving all their tanks towards D this time. Yet not going for an aggressive push. They still have an E5 in the back. He seems to be maybe he has disconnects or internet problems because he's still in the... Now he's moving also. But yeah, both teams actually facing each other on the upper side here. But these E5's purpose was to decap D, which they were not really able to do so. They now put themselves into the great risk of being isolated in the front here. From a tactical perspective, that was already a problem here. Joker did not struggle at all to just push behind them and kill them, as these E5s didn't have any backup on the right side. If there were some more tanks over here maybe, or even some camper in the corner, then they would have been able to farm the crans. But like this, we could see Rusty's try to push through the plain area, try to move out of the danger. They still have, they do have 1k hit point disadvantage already. They just lost these E5s for nothing. They didn't have any backup whatsoever. Tried to move out of there and now it's just chaotic. Rusty's doesn't have any positions anymore. And yeah, Joker already has them in the back. So really, like you could see here, we can see here, like, yeah, Joker was able to circle them while Rusty's was trying to do the same. They were kind of successful to also kill 2 tanks, but these tanks were just more isolated and getting pushed onto by crans. Yep, that was just not really working out here. Yeah, just countering each other. And these E5s already, the Rusty's E5s already lost a bit of hit points early on. Kennel was the next one. Just having a look, quick look on this one. It was a game really where Rusty's trying to secure the caps. From my clan war experience, my tournament experience, this position always is a bit of a problem. Why is that? Because you might get shot from, like, if some enemies are moving up over here, you might get shot from over there. You might get shot from over there, you might get shot from over there. If these guys are pushing in, then of course, also if there are some guys pushing through the kennel, yes, you might get some help from A, like from over there. As you can see here on the mini-map, there are shots over there, but they do not reach into the middle area like over here. You can only shoot the outer side. So if there's a good push coming from through the kennel and on the upper side, just behind the stone, behind the rock there, then you can shoot out this IS-4 without any problem. Just have to make sure that he is not able to just push up there. But yeah, this IS-4 can easily get killed usually. So a better position would be to just go a bit more passive behind there. Maybe just have a spotter there. Like a Vickers or whatever. But yeah, he just did not have to be that aggressive. He did not have to decap C. C was already taken, so it didn't really matter. So he just needed to make sure that he wouldn't really offer a weak spot to the enemies. Also, like, going for a push is often a good option, as you can just make use of the enemy's weaknesses if you do have a bit of information. And yeah, well, actually that is not necessarily true. Having to push in is not that easy on this map. So why didn't I just open these things here? Would have been nice to look at them. All right, we are seeing the push in a second, I guess. There we go, Joker pushing in, killing the IS-4. And now having the high ground over here, there's only one tank to farm from over there. This guy from Joker is a little bit at risk, but even more is the Kran over there. But this guy, the other guy over there, it is an E5. He is on the upper side. It is quite hard for Rusties to push onto him. And they will need a lot of time, as not all of them can shoot him. As you can see, he is well covered behind the house. And they would all have to show their back. Oops. Rusties would have to show their back towards those guys over there. And they would lose a ton of hit points. Yeah, Joker is really showing a strong performance here. Hit points up to until a few seconds ago were neck and neck, and now actually Joker's managed to turn it around already. Nope, not yet, not yet. Joker's at a hit point disadvantage of 1k actually. Still they won this game. How's that possible at this point? Well, here was the kill, but now these guys are in really bad positions. If you are seeing at the mini-map here, these guys are in the middle of the map in a ditch, not really able to put out any shots to anywhere else. Kranwagen is not having the DPM to win a 1v1 against the E5. And also on the right side, this was not looking too promising, I guess. So yeah, that was just a huge problem to that Rusty's stayed in this kennel there. While we could see Jokers having tremendous hit point, map advantage by just having this map control here with all that crossfire from different angles. Although this guy is engaged in a 1v1, this guy is engaged in a 1v1, but E5s do have way better DPM than the Kran or the M60. And M60 or Kran are not the best 1v1 tanks. They are good for putting out a lot of damage in no time, but not for 1v1. If they cannot have the option to retreat and reload their clips, they are useless. This Joker Kranwagen still getting killed here, but the points are already becoming a problem because Joker already did a good move to just secure the A cap here. And points are already ticking over. With the Vickers being able to run away, the others just didn't have to die. And this E5 actually still surviving, still killing the Kranwagen there. Made sure that Joker won the game. On this one, I was actually surprised. I've personally tested this on training rooms, and I usually only got spotted like with a 50B when crossing over there, like over there. Also, that's usually the case on, when you are going for a push with 50Bs, which is not rarely seen. Double 50Bs mostly heading towards A, maybe even with a batchet. Mostly they're only getting spotted like this if they're really moving close to the red line. Joker here, maybe not taking a safe route, just getting shot into pieces there. I think Robert got tracked also on the crossing. Maybe he just really stopped at the risk of taking more shots than that, just for putting out some crossfire. Thing is now, although the 50Bs lost a lot of hit points, these 50Bs are in a very strong position. They are in the back there. It is really hard to push onto them. And it basically does not count that they lost these hit points there on the crossing, because Rusties cannot reach them anymore. They are really far behind all the other teammates, and they do have these clips. They have 3 clips with 3.6k damage in total. So if anyone would push onto them, there would be the damage from those guys over there, which were also Kranwagens with a clip, and then the 50Bs from over there. So it would have been really hard to push onto them. And also Joker is getting the cap advantage here. Joker's here just getting out of the danger by Yeah, just pushing out there. The Vickers, there was also some really nice job there by Joker to pre-aim the Vickers already. Great push there also. Or there was okay, I was a bit too far here. We could see Rusty's push into the middle. I would not have expected that this push was not successful, as it really looked promising, as they were able to take out one Kran. But they maybe made the mistake of staying in the open for too long, because these 50Bs on A, they could definitely shoot, but only the parts like over there, like this part and this part. They didn't have shots into the middle area unless they moved out, and then they risked getting focused. But of course, the 50Bs do have the mobility to run away and still make sure that they do not get focused too soon. Also, they were quite far away from the fight here. 250Bs still alive at this point, and still on the outer side, like over there, putting out some crossfire into the middle here in order to make sure that Rusty's is not successful with this push. Although, yeah, and Rusty's just gave up the positions again, being trapped in this ditch over there, giving up the map control, giving up the focus fire, because they were in, or not focus fire, but the crossfire, because they were just in too small of a position there. And we had one last game. Yeah, we can already see the biggest issue here. This IS-4 is very alone. So actually, if Joker, they have 5 tanks over here, one last tank over there, maybe some guys having connection issues there, one guy over there. If these 5 tanks decided to just push around here and overpeak for the IS-4, they could have just all shot him once, or they did have these clippers, they could have shot him multiple times. It would have taken a lot of shots, of course, but Kran and M60 can only put out 5 shots, and they have really bad DPM. So it would have been a good option for the IS-4s maybe to peek first and make the Krans bounce maybe, or yeah, whatever. It would have been a good option to just overpeak onto this IS-4, as this guy was not able to retreat from there. But of course, yeah, you would have maybe 900, 1200, that is 2100 and 2520 together with a shot from the IS-4. So if all of these guys peeked over, they would have had the damage output to kill the IS-4. They would have lost 1 tank worth of hit points for that, but probably not with the best focus fire, as not all of these tanks would have shot the same tank. So they would have done a hit point trade of about 1-on-1, but they would have been able to kill 1 tank, and they didn't have to lose a single tank for that. But yeah, they're not going for it. They're just trying to shoot those tanks in the rear. They're just playing safe. They do know they have the cap advantage. They don't really have to go too aggressive and risk too much. But it would have been worth it going for this IS-4, I guess. As these guys over there, we can see Kranwagen and M60 on this side. They are out of the fight. And this mouse is actually also able to block them. If these guys over here, we have 4 tanks over here, they can just push the IS-4. And then there's only 1 M60, 1 Kranwagen over there, and an IS-4 in the back. Like over there. But these 4 tanks could just kill this IS-4 and then kill the others one by one, as they were all in positions that were quite isolated, while these tanks could just move in a good formation, move forward and shield each other, share hit points, and have much better focus fire. But Joker did not decide to do so. They decided to turn back, did not want to get farmed by the E5 on the other side. And yeah, just stopped. They sent back 1 tank to help with the... Oh, also there's this tank. He could have definitely also helped with a push over there. Did not even see that one as he's still so passive. I don't even know what it is. I think it might be... No, it's not an IS-4. Then it's another Kranwagen. Yeah. This Kranwagen just going for 1v1. Well, why not? To just keep this E5 from crossfiring the other teammates. It is a good option. Although this one is definitely not deciding over the outcome of the game. This push is just for distracting this E5. And Joker had the advantage here to just go for a push. At this point, they are not going for it. But on the other hand, Rusty's decided to go for the push here. We could not see that yet. Let's move a little bit forward. And there we could see the push. Can I actually... Ah, okay, I can actually scroll forward like this. Yeah, Rusty's actually went for the push here with the M6 yours from the right side. Yep, but they are pushing onto the mouse. Yeah, they do have an IS-4 to shoot, but still... Yeah, they lost double M6 yours for shooting down one IS-4 basically. Not a good trade here. And by that, the game is basically already won for Jokers. As, yeah, the tanks from Rusty's again are in quite bad positions. Look at this focus fire. We do have four tanks being... Oh man, maybe my battery of the mouse is going low. We do have 4 tanks over here being able to shoot Alex. While Rusty's do have 1 tank there, 1 tank there, 1 tank there. And they are able to shoot maybe... Yeah, they are shooting... 2 of them are able to shoot the IS-4 there, but that's not really making a difference, yeah. Also, they are already at a gun disadvantage. Yeah, they're still going for the focus fire, but the Kranwagen here just, yeah, only just moved up, and it's just not really possible to turn this around anymore, as Alex here already has some really bad position, is far in the open, in the middle of the map where he can't really get away from. Well, okay. I think that is it. That was the last game here. Okay. Well, Joker really showing a strong performance there. Yet, I think there were some little misplays on the side of Joker. They are not undefeatable. It's they are just going for some very solid lineups, a lot of hit points, a lot of heavy tanks on the field, going for some good rotations and really not giving the enemies too many options, often just moving for one side or the other with all their tanks to just not be too splitted, while the enemies mostly did the mistake of just not being passive enough for being a bit more splitted, having lighter setups like Purple did, for example. So yeah, with some more passive gameplay, Joker would have certainly struggled a lot more here. And games could have been a lot more closer. Yet, well, we definitely did see some good games here. I'm excited to see the rest of the tournament as well. Tomorrow I will be streaming again at an inhumane time for me, as it is like 5:30 AM for me right now. Oh my goodness me. But well, I slept a bit before the stream, so I'm kind of fit. So I hope I can still sleep again. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed, guys. If so, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more tournament streams coming in the next days again. Otherwise, just doing random streams of like tryhard sessions of certain tanks, platoon streams, driving school streams, or replay analysis also really like these ones. So hi Adi, hi Yitos, and hey everyone who just also joined in. But we are coming to an end already, so I hope you enjoyed this one. And have a good night, have a good day, whatever time it is for you. I'm just not aware of that. You might be all over the world now. For me, it is not the time anymore to stay awake. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next streams. Goodbye.